Looking for the perfect car in Nigeria but stuck between Toyota, Honda, and GAC? These brands are battling it out for your attention, but which one truly offers the best value? From durability to affordability, performance, and resale value, each brand has its strengths and weaknesses. But how do they stack up when it comes to Nigerian roads and driving needs? Today, we are putting these three heavyweights head to head so you can make the best choice for your next car. Don't forget to hit subscribe and stick around for the full breakdown. This could save you a ton of money and headaches down the road. Check out the description for links to reviews, maintenance tips, and dealerships offering the best deals on Toyota, Honda, and GAC models in Nigeria. Alright, guys, today, we're diving into a hot debate: Toyota versus Honda versus GAC. If you're in Nigeria and thinking of buying a car, these three brands are probably at the top of your list. But which one really gives you the best value for your hard-earned cash? Let's break it down. First up, let's talk about Toyota. This brand is basically the landlord of Nigerian roads. Everywhere you turn, there's a Toyota. And for good reason. These cars are built like tanks. Tough, reliable, and easy to maintain. Plus, when you're ready to sell, you'll get a solid resale price. Ever heard the saying, by Toyota, drive it forever? Yeah, that's because their durability is legendary. Now, Honda fans, I see you. If Toyota is the dependable big brother, Honda is the stylish, tech-savvy cousin. Honda cars are known for their smooth drive, fuel efficiency, and advanced technology. The Accord, a legend, the CR-V, comfort and class. And let's be honest, Honda engines purr like a cat that just had jollof rice. And then we have GAC, the rising star from China. If you haven't paid attention to GAC yet, you should. These guys are coming in strong with premium features at surprisingly affordable prices. They're like the underdog football team that suddenly starts scoring goals. I remember the first time I sat in a GAC GS4. I was expecting something basic, but the interior, Matto, touchscreen, leather seats, sleek design, it felt premium without the premium price tag. But is GAC really ready to go toe-to-toe with Toyota and Honda? We'll find out, but before we go deeper, I need to hear from you guys. Which brand do you think rules Nigerian roads, Toyota, Honda, or GAC? Drop your answer in the comments and let's settle this once and for all. Alright, now that we've met our contenders, let's compare them in real-world Nigerian conditions. Buckle up, because this is where things get interesting. Now, let's review their affordability and value for money, alright? Let's be real. Buying a car in Nigeria isn't just about vibes and looking fresh on the road. It's a serious investment, so which brand gives you the best bang for your money? Let's talk affordability and value for money. 1. Initial purchase cost. Who's more budget-friendly? First things first, how much do you need to even drive one of these cars home? Let's do a quick price check. Toyota, premium pricing. The Corolla, for example, can cost anywhere between 15 million to 25 million Nigerian naira, depending on the trim and year. Honda, slightly cheaper but still on the high side. A brand new Honda City, around 12 million to 20 million Nigerian naira. But here's the shocker: GAC is seriously undercutting the competition. The GA4 starts at about 9 million to 15 million Nigerian naira for a brand new one. That's a major win for anyone looking for an affordable ride with premium features. So, if you're all about that budget-friendly flex, GAC might be calling your name. 2. Running costs, fuel, maintenance, and spare parts. Okay, buying the car is one thing, but what about the cost of keeping it running? Because, my brother, if your car is drinking fuel like pure water, that's a problem. Fuel efficiency, Toyota, decent. The Corolla and Camry sip fuel compared to bigger SUVs, but their fuel economy is not the best in class. Honda, better. Honda engines are designed to be fuel efficient, and if you've driven a Honda City or CR-V, you know what I mean. GAC, surprisingly good. The newer models are fuel efficient, but some people still have concerns about long-term durability. Maintenance and spare parts. Now, here's where Toyota dominates. Their spare parts are literally everywhere from Lagos to the smallest villages. Mechanics can fix a Toyota in their sleep. Honda, Parts are available, but they are not as cheap as Toyota's, GAC. Still growing in Nigeria, so parts are not as common. If something major goes wrong, you might have to wait longer for replacements. 3. Financing options. Can you buy on installments? A lot of Nigerians are now buying cars on installments instead of paying full price upfront. So which brand gives you better financing options? Toyota and Honda have strong partnerships with Nigerian banks, meaning you can get auto loans and flexible payment plans. GAC is catching up, but because they're relatively new, their financing options aren't as widespread yet. If you are looking for easy car loans with a solid resale value, Toyota and Honda have the advantage. But if you are going for the cheapest upfront cost, GAC is your best bet. You know what's funny? A friend of mine was in this exact situation. He wanted a reliable car, but also didn't he want to sell his left kidney to buy one. He was stuck between a used Toyota Corolla and a brand new GAC GA4, Toyota. More expensive, but easy to maintain, GAC. Brand new, stylish, and cheaper, but with fewer mechanics experienced in fixing it. In the end, he went with Toyota because he felt safer knowing that, no matter what, his mechanic would always have parts. But what would you have done? Which would you choose? A cheaper new GAC or a pricier used Toyota? Final verdict on affordability. So, here's the takeaway. If you want the most affordable option up front, GAC wins. If you want a balance of resale value and lower maintenance costs, Toyota is king. If you want fuel efficiency and tech features, Honda is a solid choice. But which one gives you the best value? That depends on your budget, lifestyle, and how much stress you can handle with maintenance. Now, I want to hear from you. Which car brand do you think gives the best value for money in Nigeria? Let me know in the comments. And if you are enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next part. Alright, let's talk performance and comfort. Because, my people, what is the point of buying a car if driving it feels like punishment? So, we are breaking down engine power, comfort, and how well these brands handle Nigerian roads because, let's be honest, our roads are not smiling. 1. Engine power and fuel economy. Which one moves better? Now, engine power is where Toyota, Honda, and GAC start flexing their muscles. Let's compare their most common models. Toyota, reliable, but not the fastest. The Corolla's 1.8L engine produces around 139 HP, good enough for daily driving, but if you are looking for speed, ego tire you. Honda, more sporty. The Accord comes with a 1.5L turbo engine pumping out 192 HP, more power, better acceleration, and it feels lighter on the road. GAC, the GS4, around 166 HP, which is decent for an SUV. Plus, it's got turbocharged engines in some models, which means good speed without wasting too much fuel. So, if you want power, Honda takes this one. But if you care more about fuel efficiency, Toyota and GAC are better because they don't drink fuel like palm wine. 2. Comfort, interior, legroom, and tech features. Okay, let's step inside the cars, because when you're sitting in Lagos traffic for 3 hours, comfort is not negotiable. Toyota, simple and functional. The seats are comfy, but not exactly luxurious. The infotainment system, basic, but it works. Some models even come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Legroom. Front seats are great, but rear passengers might complain on long journeys. Honda, more premium feel. The dashboard is sleek, with a high-tech infotainment system. Seats, softer and better padded than Toyota's. Legroom. Honda has one of the best rear seat spaces in sedans, so if you're always carrying passengers, this is a win. GAC, shockingly good. The materials feel modern, and higher trims even come with leather seats and a panoramic sunroof. Infotainment. Massive touchscreen with navigation, but the interface can be a bit slow sometimes. Legroom. Solid in SUVs like the GS4, but sedans like the GA4 are a bit tighter in the back. 3. Nigerian road test. Handling potholes and long-distance drives. Now, here's where things get serious. If a car can't survive Lagos potholes, Benin Expressway, or the heat of Kano, forget it. Let's see how these brands handle Nigerian conditions. Toyota, built like a tank. The suspension is solid, and it doesn't break down easily. but the ride can feel stiff, not the smoothest on bad roads. Honda, softer suspension equals more comfortable ride, but Honda's ground clearance is sometimes too low for our roads. One bad pothole and your bumper is saying bye-bye. GAC, surprisingly good, higher ground clearance than Toyota and Honda, and the ride is smooth. But durability, it's still being tested in Nigeria long-term. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine had a Toyota Camry and a Honda Accord. One day, he hit a massive pothole in Lagos. The Toyota just bounced and kept moving. The Honda, alignment gone, shock absorber crying. And then another guy I know, rocking a GAC GS4, went on a road trip from Lagos to Abuja. He said the ride was super comfortable, but he wasn't sure if the parts would be easy to replace if something broke. So it's a trade-off. Toyota is tough, Honda is smooth, and GAC is a wild card with potential. Final verdict on performance and comfort. So, here's the deal. If you want a strong car that can survive Nigerian roads, Toyota is the safest bet. If you love speed, smooth driving, and high-tech interiors, Honda is for you. If you want a mix of comfort, modern features, and a budget-friendly option, GAC is worth considering. But which one do you prefer? Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these brands do you think handles Nigerian roads best? Drop a comment below. And if you're loving this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next part. Next, reliability and durability. Reliability, the one thing every Nigerian car owner prays for. Because let's be honest, nobody wants a car that spends more time at the mechanic's workshop than on the road. So, we're breaking down which of these brands, Toyota, Honda, or GAC, truly lasts the longest in Nigeria. 1. Longevity of engines and parts. Which one lasts forever? Now, when it comes to how long a car will last, Toyota is like that one uncle who never falls sick. You see a 1999 Corolla still moving like it was built yesterday. But let's compare all three brands. Toyota, known for indestructible engines. If you change your oil and service it regularly, a Toyota can last 20 years in Nigeria with over 300,000 kilometers mileage. No wahala. Honda, more refined engines, but they are sensitive to bad fuel and overheating. If you don't maintain your Honda well, it embarrass you one day. GAC, still new to the market, but feedback suggests their engines are decent though not yet battle-tested like Toyota or Honda. This my Toyota now follow me go. I don't use AM for over 15 years, never change engine, just regular servicing. 2. Common issues reported by Nigerian drivers. Now, let's talk about the wahala you might face with these cars in Nigeria. Because no car is 100% problem-free. Toyota issues, minor electrical faults, for example, power windows stopping randomly. Suspension parts wear out faster on bad roads. But engine failure, extremely rare. Honda issues, overheating. Honda engines don't like bad Nigerian roads and traffic jams. If you don't use the right coolant, your car will betray you. Expensive parts. Some Honda parts are costly and harder to find than Toyota's. GAC issues, spare parts can be tricky to find outside major cities. Long-term durability, still unknown. The brand is new, so we don't have enough 10-plus-year-old GAC cars to study. 3. Availability of spare parts and skilled mechanics. Now, if you've ever had to hunt for car parts in the depot market, you know that some brands are just easier to maintain than others. Let's compare. Toyota. Parts are everywhere. You can even find a Toyota mechanic in your street. Honda. A bit harder. Some parts need to be ordered or sourced from specialist dealers. GAC. Growing network, but still fewer mechanics trained to fix GAC cars. Now, let me gist you. There was this Toyota Camry in my family 1998 model. The car had been passed down from my uncle, to my dad, to my cousin. It survived bad roads, flooded streets, and even an engine oil mistake. Don't ask me how. And yet, this car still starts with one turn of the key today. Meanwhile, my friend bought a 2015 Honda Accord. By year 4, transmission started acting up, and he almost cried when he heard the repair bill. Moral of the story, if you want a car that just won't die, Toyota is the safest choice. Final verdict on reliability and durability. So, which brand takes the crown for reliability in Nigeria? Let's recap. Toyota, king of durability. Cheap parts, easy to fix, and can last forever if maintained. Honda, smooth ride, but higher maintenance cost and overheating issues. GAC, promising new player, but long-term reliability is still a question mark. For now, if you want a car that will serve you for 10 to 20 years, Toyota is the safest bet. But tell me, which brand do you trust the most? Let's argue in the comments. What if in terms of resale value and long-term ownership? You see, in Nigeria, buying a car is not just about driving it, it's about how much you can sell it for later. Because let's be honest, after a few years, most of us start thinking, if I sell this car now, how much will remain for my pocket? So, we are diving into resale value and long-term ownership of Toyota, Honda, and GAC. 1. Which brand holds value the longest? Every car loses value over time, but not all brands depreciate equally. Some will still hold their worth after 5 to 10 years, while others will crash in price like a bad crypto investment. Here's how Toyota, Honda, and GAC compare. Toyota, king of resale. A 5-year-old Toyota can still sell for 60 to 70% of its original price in Nigeria. After 10 years, still valuable. Honda, decent resale value, but not as strong as Toyota. The resale price depends a lot on the car's condition, especially the engine and transmission. GAC, still new in the Nigerian market, so resale values aren't as stable. A 5-year-old GAC might not hold value as well as a Toyota or Honda. 2. Popularity in the Nigerian used car market. Now, let's talk about demand, because it doesn't matter if you have a great car if people don't want it, selling it will be a headache. Here's what's hot in Nigeria's used car market. Toyota, very easy to sell. Whether it's a Corolla, Camry, or Highlander, buyers rush Toyota like JAMB registration deadline. Honda, still popular, but some buyers are scared of high maintenance costs. GAC, growing market, but not as many buyers compared to Toyota and Honda. 3. Ease of resale in Nigeria now. Let's say you want to sell your car today. Which brand will move the fastest? Toyota, easiest to sell. Some buyers will even pay you cash on the spot. Honda, can take a bit longer, especially if the buyer wants proof the engine is still strong. GAC, if you're in a big city like Lagos or Abuja, you might find buyers. But in smaller towns, it's not as easy yet. Let me gist you one time. A friend tried to sell his 2010 Toyota Corolla. He put up the ad in the morning, and by evening, he had 3 serious buyers. Meanwhile, another friend had a 2014 Honda Accord. Good caro, but buyers kept complaining. They drink fuel. Transmission still they work well. After 3 weeks, he finally sold it at a lower price than expected. Moral of the story, Toyota resale value no be child's play. Final verdict on resale value. So, which brand is the best for long-term ownership and resale value? Let's recap. Toyota, best resale value, always in demand, and depreciation is slow. Honda, still good, but buyers are more selective. GAC, growing market, but resale is not yet as strong as the others. If you want a car that will hold its value for years and be easy to sell later, Toyota is the safest bet. But what do you think? Is Toyota truly the best for resale? Let's discuss in the comments. Summary of key takeaways. Toyota brings reliability and market trust. Honda offers innovation and performance, while GAC shines with affordability and modern design. The best choice depends on your budget, priorities, and driving needs. Which of these brands do you think offers the best value in Nigeria? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check the description for more resources on finding your perfect car and getting the best deals. Thanks for watching.